Shalom. I'd like to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that have taught this truth and continue to teach this truth. Shalom to you sincere Akim and your sincere sisters that are steadfast in this truth. In today's read and commentary, the title of this one is going to be Signs of the End. And we're going to dive into what was presented to us from Matthew, from Mark, and from Luke, signs of the end. Okay? And so I'm going to start out here first in Matthew chapter 24, verses 1 through 28. Then we're going to jump into Mark chapter 13, verses 1 through 23, and then we're going to close it out with Luke chapter 21, verses 5 through 24. And so without any further ado, no delay, no nonsense and no BS, we're going to jump right up into this. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And he sat upon the Mount of Olives, and the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Those are some heavy and pointed questions right there. So let's run that back one more time. Matthew 24, verse 3. And he sat upon the Mount of Olives. The disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then shall the end come. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, then let them which be in Judea flee unto the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house, neither let him which is in the field return to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray that your flight be not in winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as not seen, such as not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And expect those days should be shortened. There should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Hamashiach, or there, believe it not, for there shall arise false Hamashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chamber, believe it not. For as lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For whosoever the carcass, so wheresoever the carcass is, there will there will the eagles be gathered together. Okay, and so let's roll back. I wanted to get into a couple of precepts here. You know, something jumped out. Here in my thoughts here, Matthew 24:13. So let's read that verse. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Now, this is what came to mind, when reading this verse, and I wanted to bring it out. This truth is only for Israel. It's only for our people, Israel. Okay? And so why is it being preached to all of the world? Okay? For a witness unto all nations. Why? And so let's get into some precepts here. That immediately came to mind when I came across this. And so, hang in here for a second. Let me dig out. We got to dig out some precepts. Okay? And so Deuteronomy 30:3. That then Yahweh thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations, whither Yahweh thy power had scattered thee. You understand? That's straight to the point. Let's get another example. Jeremiah. Let's see what Jeremiah had to say about that. For I am with thee, saith Yahweh, to save thee, though I make a full end of all nations, whether I have scattered thee. Yet I will not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. Okay? Let's get another example here. Hear the word of Yahweh, O you nations, and declare it in the isles afar off, and say, He that scattered Israel will gather him, and keep him, as a shepherd doeth his flock. Last example. Last example. This is straight to the point. Straight to the point. As I live, saith Yahweh power, surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out, I will rule, I will rule, I will rule over you. Now, this is the point. I will bring you out from the people, and I will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered, with a mighty hand, with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out. Okay? And so going back to this, why is the gospel being preached to all the world for a witness unto all the nations? Because we were scattered to all the nations. Okay? All right. And so let's go into there's another one that I wanted to chop into too here. And it's Matthew's 24:15. And let's read it here. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet. And so let's see what Daniel the prophet, let's go into that. Let's go into Daniel and see what he said about the abomination of desolation. And then we're going to get into a couple of precepts about uh, the abomination that was set up, okay? That Daniel spoke of that was set up. So we're going to get into that, okay? And so let's hit this first point here. Daniel 12 and 11. So this is what Daniel the prophet said about the abomination of desolation. And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, the abomination that maketh desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days. Right? So that's what Daniel said about the abomination. All right. And so let, let's take it a step further. Let's get into some precepts here that break it down even further about the abomination that was set up. So let's get into some examples here. Straight to the point. All right. And they built the high places of Belial, which are in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to cause their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire unto Molech, which I command them not, neither came it into my mind that they should do this abomination to cause Judah to sin. Let's get into another example. The graven images of their gods shall ye burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the silver and gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein, for it is an abomination to Yahweh thy power. Let's get another example. Then did Solomon build a high place for Chemosh, the abomination of Moab, and in the hill that is before Jerusalem, and for Molech, the abomination of the children of Ammon. Huh? And so basically, what is an abomination? Huh? Huh? What is an abomination? These statues and carvings of wood. Huh? and golden calves and all this other shit, right? You know, that's the abomination.